Okay, bro. But yeah, seriously, I'm just gonna do a full-on harvest. That's okay with you?
Yes. Let's go. We're gonna do a full-on harvest, she said.
Really?
Hello everyone, welcome back to the Permaculture Goods. Got my basket ready. Early in the morning before the sun gets really high and hot. Not because it's cold. I'm wearing this because of the green beans all around. We did a mid-harvest video of July, back the 15th. We're doing one the 22nd, so it's a week later, and I'm thinking we're gonna harvest a lot. It's a jungle to walk through, but guys, I love it because, well, you know, bugs can't find my things because I'm having a hard time finding it myself. We're gonna go along here and harvest, see what we can find, and I'll tell you how things are doing, how they've done, what I've made some mistakes on, what I plan on improving next year, and how things are changing and growing and all of that. So come along and harvest with me. So here we are, guys, in the center of the permaculture garden. We can hear the birds right up there. There's one dancing around, one of those little tiny ones. My peppers need water. It's been really dry, guys. We'll see what we can find. Let's come this way. We got beans growing, like a lot. So let me set you down right here. I hear the hummingbirds. Found some tomatoes. We got a sunflower that fell over right here, guys, with green beans and everything, but that's okay because the problem was the sunflower fell down. The good solution was the green beans were growing on it, so now it makes it easy to harvest. With gardening, I know a lot of people think that it's hard, but it's really easy. Food grows itself. You just gotta follow nature's way of growing, really. I just looked on YouTube, and this is how I found out how to grow here. You can do the same thing. This is why I made this channel. You guys can get out there and grow. More people can grow their food. We can have less carbon footprint on the planet as a whole. That will benefit our kids, us, and the environment, both now and the future. With our health, we'll have good stuff. We'll skip the middleman. It'll be better for the environment. We will turn things around, and that's the hope. So I'm not having to go to the store right now. Get this right here. So not having to turn on a vehicle or go anywhere to do what I am doing right now. People have to do yard work or pay someone to do yard work because things get grown, whether it's grass, bushes, whatever it may be. So the landscape money for doing, it's already out there, the money for doing this. So if we grew food instead of lawns, I think that's as simple as it gets, guys. Usually the simplest things are complicated sometimes. As time goes on, it just gets better. You'll have more, it'll multiply. See, everything God creates multiplies, you have more of. What man makes can't really multiply. A plant will multiply, anything, an animal will multiply, anything living will multiply. Everything that God made is living, even the soil. And the soil is living. I think that's the main key here that we've lost, is that where we step on, and it actually has life. It grounds yourself. It has the antioxidants. If you walk barefoot and all these things, the soil is very important. We are all connected to it in some way or another. And yeah, that's what we've forgotten, that we're all connected in one way or another. And it's what connects us, guys. It's what we should be taking care of. And what we take for granted is the soil. We just focused on the soil everything else will be good, because that's what we're losing. We're losing a lot of our topsoil, and it's not easily gained back. On top of that, we're deforesting everything. We're not putting everything back like we should be, so that it can give us that abundance that it has given us. The more I put into the garden, the more it will give me back. That's just the rule of nature. So guys, with all that rambling, all I'm trying to say is, guys, this is abundance. I'm just trying to capture it here. And it'll keep you busy, but it'll keep you full, satisfied as well. See, we're in this situation that we're in, COVID-19 coronavirus. They're saying something about a second wave. With the second wave, if something like that was to happen and the shelves already looking like they are, we're not so prepared as we should be individually, and we're depending on the nipple pretty much. A lot of us are. So we have to get away from that. I think the powers that be don't want that. You have to do your best to try to be self-sustaining, because I don't see a future if we don't. It's eventually gonna come knocking at our door. I don't mean to scare you by saying this. Just something that we should all do, or learn to live out in the wild, because you never know. Do more camping. It's really good. Just had to say that, because I mean, I saw something like this coming. Not the exact same thing, but our freedom's being taken away. That's what's happening, guys. Our freedoms are being taken away. Okay, I'm gonna change the subject up on you guys, but still connected, all connected. Let's see, I didn't want to have to do this. I know this is more like a gardening channel, but it affects the soil. Somehow I have to speak about this. So Bill Gates, no bueno, no good. Wanting to depopulate, no bueno, no good. You know, his dad was in abortions. I think if he was out, the depopulation, all this stuff would be good. Take out one, save many. Or save one and take out many. He's doing a lot of bad things. Supporting Monsanto. You know, if Monsanto gets a hold of all of our seeds that are in the world and modifies them, genetically modifies them to create a new seed, a hybrid, they can patent that. And if they can patent that, be owners of it, okay? They become owners of that seed, and no one can own that seed, only Monsanto. And they're not good seeds, they're genetically modified, and all the true seed is being lost because we are not gardening. When only 2% of the world's population feed the rest, 98%, that's why we're facing this problem that we're facing, because we've let the power go to one. That's not good. It can be reversed though, guys. All it takes is for us to claim our power back that we have, our freedoms, because they're ours to begin with. People fought and died for them. We have to do something about that, because in the future, what I see is them taking control of the seeds, people going hungry. If they're trying to depopulate, you see the points I'm trying to connect here with, back to Bill Gates. With this vaccination thing, there's the DNA in there of really who knows what, right? But look it up. We don't know what's in it. Nobody's ever taken it before. I don't know. They modify us. They try to patent us. That's not good. Guys, we're running out of time, I think. Just be ready. Know where you're going. How you're gonna stand whenever the time arrives. I wish we wouldn't be facing this right now. All I can do is just be gardening here and stick to myself. But I care for the whole world. That's why it's permaculture. It's planet care. So you take care of the planet, and our planet's being ruined. Here's a cucumber right here on the ground. It fell down. Our cucumbers are not doing good at all, guys. They're just, we haven't watered them, so they become like this shaped and bitter. So if you have that same problem, just give them some water. We're learning. We're gonna move stuff over there. I know I said I would talk to you guys about the garden and stuff, but the garden's easy, guys. The garden's really easy. Just do it. Really, just do it. Get out there and get some mulch. If you can get free mulch, free leaves, get some logs, because logs have a lot of fertility in there. All you're trying to do is bring organic matter into your garden. And the more organic matter that you bring into your garden, just make sure it's organic, doesn't have any weed seeds, none of that. And you can just do the compost in your garden. And if you have chickens, bring that in, bring the chickens in, and let them work as a tractor in there. And you don't need any tools or anything. You just bring in the chickens into the garden. But you have to add like leaves like this. So you would add, see, like here I have a bag of leaves, guys, right there. That is valuable to me. It has all these branches. It's just leaves. You just need leaves. Okay, I'm gonna make this real quick and then I'm gonna go back to talk to you guys about what's really important right now. You get leaves, and then once you get leaves, you throw them on the ground wherever you want to garden, and then you bring the chickens in, and the chickens will come in. They will dig through the leaves, scratch through them, find their worms, because the leaves, whenever you put leaves down, worms come there and live. So you bring the chickens and they have something to eat, so it's free. Where logs are, see where logs are, there's fertility and worms underneath, all kinds of bugs. You lift them and it's free food for the chickens. Also, you can do that with rocks. So rocks and logs, you can do it with bags like this. Anything you have will create what you're trying to create. It's called the covering, and that's really the secret to all this. So you're always trying to keep covered, and the more you keep covered, weeds won't even come up and germinate in there unless the ground is exposed. Where the ground is exposed, weeds will come up. You have your leaves, you bring in your chickens, and they scratch feces, their poop, chicken poop. That breaks down the leaves. That, on top of that, helps decompose the leaves a lot quicker. That turn into good soil. So you got to keep adding more leaves to keep the weeds from popping up in that good soil. But then you have good soil to plant. So you could take out the chickens, put them somewhere else. Have that area for planting. It is now good. It has all the minerals and all the stuff that it needs. The worms are there. The soil has been amended. It's aerated and all of that. So that's how you garden. By bringing in leaves, organic matter, and a possible animal to help you break that down and convert that into rich soil. And then of course you want to get the animal out or it will eat everything that you're trying to grow. That's how you garden, guys. That's what we've done here. And if like your garden starts to deplete minerals and stuff, you can bring the chickens back in the garden and they can add another nutrition to it. Or just bring the compost and the bedding from the chickens where they sleep, you know, get all that, put it in a wheelbarrow and take it to your garden. You could also bring them into the garden like in the fall time, whenever you're not growing your food, of course. Back to what I was saying with growing your food is very important, because they don't want you to do that. I can already see they don't want you to grow your own food. It's not hard at all. To grow your own food. Here is a big old dandelion, and he is edible. The leaves are edible and the roots edible, and it's important to know the wild edibles as well, guys, because they're not weeds, they're beneficial. They have all these benefits that you can find out, all these medicinal benefits, but you have to go look for yourself and research dandelion benefits. You will find out that they're probably better than the stuff that you're buying at the store. See here, we got some tomatoes, more tomatoes. See guys, they just started from seeds. The beautiful one started them from seed, and then it's easy to tie them up because I'm just weaving them up and down on here. I may have to add some bamboo on here because they're kind of going to grow tall. I think these are indeterminate, which means they will keep growing non-stop. But see, I just weave them back and forth like this. And just Easy peasy, guys. I am the lazy gardener, especially during these hot time of the year like July and in the middle of the day. I'm not out here. I have to wake up early in the morning and come out at this time, or wait till late night whenever it's cooled down. I like the morning better. Some tomatoes here. I think these are the Roma or Santo something. This one got a little bitten by something, so we'll give it to the chickens. Back to what I was saying with that, guys. Just I don't know, y'all guys, share the video, share what you know. Don't get caught up in the lies. It's an election year. They do this all the time. It's easy, guys, to garden it, and it's better to start now before we are not able to later on. That's what I want you guys to do, is to get out there and garden, grow your own, because it's good for you. It's really good for you that you would grow your own. It'll teach you a lot. Let nature teach you what it needs to teach you, and then you will grow with nature. We can't go against nature, guys. Mankind can't keep going against nature and expects the fruit of it to always be given to us, because it doesn't work that way. You get what you give. You reap what you sow. Mankind as a whole is not planning good things for the future. We all know that. I mean, there might be some people that really mean well, but if the individual, if we don't do something ourselves, I don't see it happening, because we can't sit around and hope for somebody to do the change for us. Environmental change, climate change, all that stuff is going to come knocking at our door pretty soon. That's how our liberties are going to be taken away. I believe so. So we should just get to growing our own food like this and learn what really is out there. Learn that they're really lying to us. That they don't really want to tell us what's really going on. We're going to go into a solar minimum where the sun doesn't shine as much. We won't have as much sunlight, UV rays, photosynthesis for our plants. We could possibly, guys, I'm going through this tunnel, we could possibly go through a Great Depression. So this is why we should grow our own food. So cucamelon right here, they're growing better than the cucumbers. They taste good. They're the wild kind. Yep, our cucumbers are not doing good, but our cucamelons are. Share what you know to people, because you know the Bible says that my people fail because of lack of knowledge. That means we have to share our knowledge. We have to pass it on. We pass it on to our children, pass it on to your friends and family, what you know. Discern, you know, don't listen to everything that's on TV or on the internet. Just kind of have a discerning spirit, especially during these times. I just want to recommend to everyone to get prepared for this winter. Get prepared in every way you can. Physically, financially, even though I think things are going down that way. Maybe not. But every year your dollar's worth less until the point that it's not going to be worth anything. So pretty soon we'll get there, if we're not already there. Get prepared. Physically, food-wise, get prepared. And in relationships, get prepared in every way you can, because with the solar minimum, that sunlight, you know, sunlight's really good for our health. With that being said, you know, that makes sense, because if we're having a solar minimum, that's why all these locusts are out and about, taking over the crops and stuff, because they do better whenever there's less sunlight. That's what's happening. That makes sense. And with this virus, if it is a virus and everything, then it makes sense that it would take a toll, do some damage during this time of the year, because we're not having as much sunlight, guys, as we should. It is pretty bad over here to walk through, but I love it. I love the wild and hunting for the food, and I think that's how it was supposed to be. It's supposed to be disguised like this. You know, it's just plant tries to hide its fruit so it can go to seed, so it can reproduce. It's not trying to show its fruit, really. Not all the time, anyway. I don't feel like tomatoes. They kind of pop out at you. Cucumbers, green beans, like everything just kind of, you know, until it ripens. Tomatoes are green, watermelons are green. Everything just tries to disguise itself, tries to hide, tries to be covered. We should be covered, you know. We wear clothing, the soil needs to be covered. And that's literally the main key to it, everything. And if you just keep adding that layer every year, then eventually, I want to say that it'll get to the point where you don't have to add anymore, but it's nature. Nature always adds, it never stops. So it's just a cycle that we should be doing. We should be mulching everything, all the trees that are being deforested. We should be using them back and throwing them into a field where things can grow abundantly. Should have more community gardens. Teaching our kids how to garden at school. That's a very important one, so that they can enjoy it. Enjoy gardening. Let me show you how we're running out of sunlight here. The watermelons were doing good, but now they're kind of not. And part of it's because of the tree that's growing above them, but running out of room here. See how it's growing? Everything's been doing well, guys, without water. Need to get more mulch here, guys. These are usually hidden, these logs, but they're not right now. So guys, I think I rambled on enough about what I did. Bill Gates is no good. Monsanto is no good. This whole coronavirus is no good. And I think the biggest hoax there is. Comment below, tell me what you think. Share it with your friends and family, guys. Vaccines are no good. You guys don't buy into it. And that's why I'm doing this video. I hope that this sprouts something good in you, what I've said today, and that it will grow and become something that's that will fruit something good in this world. We just gotta have more food for us, guys. This is important to our future. I know a lot of you guys probably don't care, and you wonder why you should care about what's all going on and just don't worry about it. But see, that's the problem. That kind of mindset, that's what allows them to get away with what they get away with, guys. They need an excuse to do all of this. It's our future, guys. Our liberty's being stolen away. America's like the only place where there's freedom. And if they get away with ruining that, where are we gonna go? It's like the last place to pretty much go. One more thing, I just wanted to say that if you don't know Yeshua, he loves you, he's waiting for you. I wanted to say that for all you guys that don't know about your creator. You should get to know him, and we should all learn more about him. We should grow our own food. Be self-sustaining. I think this is what our creator would want. This is what he wanted from the beginning, was for us to live in a paradise, and that's how it was. And I'm sure a lot of you guys know the story, and we really don't know why that all happened, but that's in the past. We can't, well, one day know, but now all we can do is just I think is to try to make it back to that Garden of Eden. Yeshua's our redeemer, but we can, you know, show our repentance, I believe, by living that lifestyle. We're left to do a job here, and that job is to permaculture, is to earth care, take care of the earth, people care, take care of people, and fair share. There needs to be enough for everyone. That's where the communist thought comes, that everyone needs to, everyone needs a little bit of everything. See, this, I believe, fixes all the problems, because so you take care of the planet. See, we're facing environmental plans. We should have started that at the beginning. People care. We're having all these Black Lives Matter. All people matter. People care. Just people care. Animal care. Just be kind to everyone. Why are we having to even state that Black Lives Matter? Like, who doesn't know that? Everyone knows this. Policemen, they don't know, all lives matter. All lives matter, and we can't get divided by some little issue because that's what they want. All lives matter. People care, fair share, where there's enough for everyone, guys. One plant, you clone it, you do cuttings, you'll get a bunch. See, it's really abundant in nature, and the way we are set up, it's not good. We've had it good here in America. I would say so. I would like to keep it that way, but certain people would not. And that's what I'm trying to let you guys know, that there's powers that be that don't want America to be great again. We just gotta humble ourselves and turn back to Yeshua, our creator, because he is our king, the Lord of Lords. He sits on the throne. He has a bird's eye view of everything. He sees it all. He knows it all. He knows how many hairs I have on my head and how many hairs you have on yours. We just need to turn back and pray, guys. Everyone, this is a call out to prayer. Believe you already have received it. So pray for whatever you want to pray for this nation to turn around and to look up at our Creator, to acknowledge Him, to repent, to humble, and to follow after Him. We just gotta be still and quiet and listen to His voice, and He will let us know. He'll let us know what His will is for us. You just gotta keep on pressing on, guys. Do what you can, where you can, with what you have. That's all we can all do. That's what animals do. That's what plants do. We just have to do our best. Share what you know, guys. I'm just kind of trying to forewarn you that if you didn't know by now, Bill Gates is no good. Monsanto's is no good. It all leads to food, and that's how it's connected to me and to the whole planet and to the earth that we walk on. It's food. We're really hitting the food bubble here. If they control that, guys, we're in big trouble. I see it coming. Prices are going up on food, so you should grow your own food because of that. Because prices are going up, and because of all the pesticides, the GMOs, here to encourage you to grow your food. It's easy. Food just grows itself, and you just have to do some maintenance. Now, it may not be the most aesthetic. That's another story. You have it like nature, and that's all that matters. And you have food. You got bunnies I gotta get rid of. You have too many bunnies, you have too many ducks. Sometimes you'll need some more quail. Guys, we can all have this. And if you don't, and if you can't, or you won't do this, then I recommend that you support people that do. That you go to your local farmer's market, and that you go on Craigslist or whatever, Facebook Market. Find out what those people are growing, and support those local growers, local farmers. Because whenever you go to the store, that's not good, guys. That's how they've got you. Walmart has such a hold on the city, wherever it's at, that if they say something, the city goes. So as a whole, it's kind of bad. Well, I rambled enough. I hope that you guys got what I'm saying, and I hope more of you guys go and pound some dirt. Keep it growing. Keep it safe out there, guys. Just let me know what's blooming. Keep it up. Keep growing. Keep the faith. Keep the hope. Keep the love going. We really need it right now. This world seems to be crumbling, but it just may be a bump on the road. I'm not sure. We have to wake up before it's too late, because we want no vaccines, and no GMOs, none of that ravioli, no Bill Gates, none of his depopulation agenda. We can all thrive, guys. I've said this before in my other videos, that we can all thrive if we all did this. It wouldn't take all of us. Remember, only 2% are growing their food. Only 2% of the world's population is growing food for the rest. So if, let's say, 10%, 20% did that, there would be more than enough food to go around, because food is just that abundance. But if everyone did their own growing food, we would have a planet that is just beautiful, because the plants and everything, all of this slows us down. Whenever you're harvesting, it's not like going to the store. The store, it's already packaged, you just grab it and go. Here you're having to go out and harvest it. It slows you down to the point that we need to be slowed down, because we're trying to go too fast, guys, so that's not good. You need to slow down to go faster. Okay, I learned this, that if you're going too fast, okay, have you ever noticed that whenever you're in a hurry, if you're going too fast, you usually forget something, you do something wrong, but you'll forget something, you'll lock yourself out of the car, something will happen, you'll forget to close the garage door, something. See, that's because you're going too fast. And that's what we've done here in the world. We've gone too fast and we've forgotten the basics. When the basic is this, where our food comes from. Because we have to know that, where our food comes from. You know, do our kids know if where a green bean grows? You know, this is like, I think, like the most basic knowledge there is, because whenever all push comes to shove, guys, nothing else will matter but food and water. Please grow your own food, or support those people that do grow their own food. Support those people that sell flowers. Support all your local growers, because they're having a hard time right now. They need our support right now. It's not easy out here, guys. It's easy, but it's not easy. I know. You get the fruits of your labor, guys, so it is what it is, you know? You'll realize that the peppers are not that big, that like you would at the store, because this is organic, and what you're getting at the store, it gets just pumped up. That's all I'm gonna say. It's just been pumped up. You don't want something like that, guys. Y'all will be pumped up. This is why we see that. You know, they want people sick. They want all of us sick. That's what makes money. A sick patient makes money. A cured patient does not make you money. You can see how the healthcare is taken over, and all of this wearing masks has come under the guise of that. So we should be protesting against vaccines and masks, guys. And this is all, and I'm gonna hit the nail here. This is all just hiding pedophilia, guys. I'm sure y'all all know by now, because it's all over social media, that is hiding pedophilia, pedogates, Epstein, Maxwell. It's very important, guys. It can't, justice has to be served, because we have a God of justice, and the Bible says that this will happen. We're all going to see it unfold, I believe. So know that's really what they're trying to keep. This is why it's very important to do something, to not stay quiet, to at least share the word and what you can. Tell them about the Creator. That's the most important. We have to be ready to go to our eternal destination, wherever that may be. Be ready. Let's just do the right thing and support the right people, because money talks, and wherever you go and spend that dollar, you're feeding it. And if you're feeding Walmart, it's not good. I know a lot of us can't get away from it, but see, this was set all before us. What are we gonna do, right? We're gonna slowly but surely turn this ship around. And the more of us that get the wheel going, the easier it'll become. It'll become like a snow effect. This is why I'm doing this video, and I hope it hits somebody home. I want to thank you for watching. I'll show you what I've harvested here. I'm done rambling. I hope you got what I'm trying to say here. I love you guys. The Creator loves you more than I could ever love you. He makes the sun rise up for you and the sunset. There's no better place that you can feel His presence than in the garden. He is here. He has something to tell us if we just get out there and just listen to Him. He is gentle, kind, merciful. He's all of those and more, guys. He's all that you could want and need. All my friends, I want to let you know that, because that's the most important message of them all, is that you know your Creator. He already knows you. He already loves you. You need to know Him and love Him and know that He loved you first. He will fight for us. He has fight for us, and He always will. Guys, just stay strong, grow on. I know we're facing a dry period. In every kind of way, we're facing a dry period. But you gotta endure. And that will just make you stronger. Just like these plants, they endure the summer heat. We can do the same, guys. And this is just the summer heat. Thank you for watching, guys. I'll show you the harvest here in a minute. So you're starting this garden, guys. It's not very hard at all. Although I will say that the hardest part is starting it out. It's the foundation. And if you have Bermuda grass, which is the devil's weed, then you're gonna need a lot of cardboard. You're gonna need a lot of cardboard to suppress that Bermuda grass. Let me show you what I'm talking about. For example, here, guys, we have a lot of cardboard to try to suppress the Bermuda grass. Now this is just the first layer, and you can see that there's grasses. This is not well done. We have to get a lot more cardboard in here, a lot more, because this patch did not get well covered. So Bermuda's trying to come back, but if we can get enough cardboard and then put the mulch on, we'll be good. This area right here did have a bunch of Bermuda. Now it has a spot or two after doing the cardboard method. You just got to keep doing it. Keep doing the cardboard and mulch method if you still have a problem with the Bermuda grass. Kale's not doing good. We do no pest sprays. See, it's not difficult at all. It's not difficult at all. You just do the mulch. Mulch is your best friend doing all of this, because even if you have great soil, you're gonna have to keep it covered. So the secret is covering the soil, and you will have great soil. Well, guys, I gotta get to eating breakfast. I'll see you in the next one. Y'all keep growing. Give me a like, subscribe, share it with your friends and family. Hit the bell icon after you subscribe so that you'll be notified of all my future videos. Sometimes I get into making a lot of videos and I can post them, and sometimes I can't, so just keep updated with me. Thank you for watching, and get growing, grow on.